What's up? Welcome to the Alveus 2025 recap. I'm your host, Maya Duda. Surely all of you know I'm the founder and executive director at Alveus Sanctuary. I founded in 2021 and it is now 2025. And the amount of things that have happened in that period of time are absolutely unfathomable to me, and I lived through that time and saw all the things happen. It's really hard to wrap my head around, but 2025, it's the most insane year we've ever had at Alveus. It's the most insane year of my whole life. We did so much. And so this video is just to tell you guys about all the things that we did. And I have some notes to help me. Oh, double-sided. Let's just go through it in chronological order. We can do a little walk down memory lane of 2025 at Alveus, and I think it'll be really fun. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like videos like this, let me know, and we can do more of them. Happy New Year!
What is that?
Okay, starting off strong, January 2nd through 8th, 2025, we had the Stay Hardathon.
Huh? What did he say?
What is the name of the stream? This is a Stay Hardathon.
Since has been rebranded to 60 hours, but a week-long stream marathon with all the Alveus staff where we just worked for a freaking week straight, 12 hours a day. I actually loved it. I love the staff at Alveus. I love them. And so I love being around them. And it was really nice to be around them and be around the animals for so much time. I painted a mural. I painted the pollinator garden mural. It took me 2 days, but I kind of locked in and I kind of crushed it, I won't lie. Kind of came together really fast. I was proud of that. And Push Pop's enclosure was built as well. And now Push Pop has been enjoying it the whole year and loves it. And I'm really excited for her. That's one of my favorite enclosures at Alveus. The plants that are in it, the features that are built just for Push Pop are so perfect, and she's really happy in there and she eats her salads and hangs out, and I think it's awesome. So that was early January of 2025. This is the beginning. End of January, same month by the way, we rescued Aquila. Aquila is one of our wolf dogs here. He's the best ever. He's a big goofy boy. We rescued him. A private owner bought him to breed wolf dogs to sell as pets, which is super lame. Something ended up not working out. I'm not really sure what it was, but Aquila ended up being the only wolf dog. He was left at a property by himself. And by himself as in like nobody lived there either. There were people that would come through and then the neighbors would come and feed him, but otherwise there was nobody there. And there were no other dogs or wolf dogs around, which as you guys probably know for a canine is super, super detrimental to their welfare. So it was a really terrible position for him to be in, and he was there for 2 years. We lost Timber, unfortunately, and Awa was alone, and so we wanted to move really, really fast on finding a companion for her. And when we heard about Aquila, we were like, this is a great fit. The place he was coming from, like the fact that he needed rescue so badly, it just made a ton of sense. And so we drove out and we picked up Aquila and brought him back, and he has settled in so well, and him and Awa are the best of friends, and it just has worked out so beautifully. And one of the things that I don't talk about all that often because it's really sad to say, but I also think it's really important to say is it's so sad to have lost Timber, but Aquila is also only here because of Timber in a weird way. Like we built that wolf dog enclosure to support Awa and Timber together, and we had Timber for such a short amount of time, but without him we wouldn't have been able to rescue Aquila, and we wouldn't have this beautiful enclosure that they get to share together today. And him and Awa get along so well, and it's a really, really bittersweet, beautiful thing. So we're so grateful to have had Timber for the amount of time we had him, and now we're so grateful to have Aquila. Yeah, the wolf dogs are great, and they've taught so many people in 2025, and we love them, and so that's January. February 24th, we had our first big merch launch. So we did our Dress to Impress event. This was an idea that I had because Dress to Impress, like the Roblox game, was really popular at this time, at the beginning of 2025. And so I was like, we should do an IRL version where we have streamers model the merch essentially. So I invited some streamer friends out and we did like a competition kind of thing where they walked the runway and they wore Alveus merch.
Let's start with the feet. I'm an animal. I'm a tiger. I'm feral.
And it was really funny. Like it did really well, and they helped us sell a lot of merch, which was great. We had that 2025 line up all of 2025. I'm currently, like right now, today, I'm working on the 2026 merch line. So I have 3 artists that are working on designs right now. We're going back and forth, and there will be a brand new merch line for 2026 for Alveus that'll be up for the entire year on demand. So look out for that because the designs are really cute. There's new mugs, there's new shirts, there's new hoodies and stuff. March, we got our first first plant ambassadors in 2025. So we got Aquila, and then we brought in plant ambassadors. We brought in Dewey, Pitch Jars, Marty McFly, Butt, and Drew. I went to Carnivoro, which is a carnivorous plant nursery in Austin, Texas. We have a friend there. His name is Drew. He's really awesome. And I did a stream and I did a YouTube video there where I learned about carnivorous plants and talked to Drew about the importance of plant conservation. He's awesome. So excited to have him as a friend of mine and a friend of Alveus. Without plants, we don't have any of the animals that we all love so much at Alveus that we try to conserve. So it starts with plants, truly. And I was really, really excited to bring in those plant ambassadors. So I literally went to Carnivoro and I glued eyes on new plant ambassadors.
I've never had anybody do that.
It's kind of cute though, right?
We took the plants in and I've brought them out for collabs and have taught people about plants and plant conservation, why that's really important. I'm really stoked to be doing that work and to kind of like, you know, dip our toes into plant conservation, and I'm excited to learn more about plants as the years go on. People are learning about plants and assigning like names to them and all of that. It's not something that I've seen done before, and I think that it works. It feels like we're doing something really important and really fun at the same time. So plant ambassador shout out. March 5th, 2025, new studio. Shout out to Twitch. Twitch donated to Alveus Sanctuary at TwitchCon, and so we use those funds to rebuild our studio. Makes a lot of sense to rebuild our studio with Twitch's donation, because obviously we do all of our Twitch streams in here. You can't see it. There's a little plaque in the corner of this room that says special thanks to Twitch. And all of the collabs happen in here. What a freaking upgrade, by the way. Set before.
They used to use frogs in like the 40s, 50s as pregnancy tests.
What the
Set now. It's just night and day difference, and we've upped our production value so much. It's so crazy to be in a set this beautiful. Lucas did an incredible job building this. These are real plants, by the way. Like, these plants are all alive. These are live plants, and they're freaking sick, and it just looks so cool on camera. All the clips look beautiful. There's a screen to my right here. I use that in every collab. We draw on it. It's interactive. We play videos on it, and it's just such a dream setup for the streams that we do. So pretty awesome.
Hey! If your sleep setup hasn't been upgraded in years, this is your sign. I recently upgraded my mattress with Brooklyn bedding, and it's been a game changer. The whole experience itself was ridiculously easy. I ordered online, it showed up right at my door in a box, so there's no awkward mattress store trips and no pushy salespeople and no funky chemical smell. You just unbox it, unroll it, and that's it, and then you get a new mattress. I took their quick sleep quiz, and it matched me with an Aurora Luxe cooling mattress in a queen, and I'm a side sleeper, so I need something supportive but not stiff. This just hits that perfect balance. Plus it stays cool all night. And on top of that, Brooklyn Bedding just dropped their new Copper Flex line, which I'm super excited about. The Copper Flex memory foam is infused with copper to help keep things cool, clean, and comfortable, and the contouring foams give you immediate pressure relief and proper spinal alignment. Since Brooklyn Bedding makes their own foam, you get that premium Copper Flex feel at factory direct pricing, and you can get the same quality as the big name brands without the price markup. Brooklyn Bedding has been making mattresses for over 30 years at their Arizona factory, cutting out middlemen and the unnecessary markups, and you still get a 120-night sleep trial, free US shipping, and a limited lifetime warranty. So if your sleep needs a serious upgrade, you guys can head to brooklynbedding.com/Maya or use code Maya for 30% off. You can also scan the QR code on screen or tap the link in the description. Huge thanks to Brooklyn Bedding for sponsoring today's video. I really, really appreciate it, and you guys should go check them out. Thank you. Enjoy the video. Bye.
April 22nd, 2025, the art auction. Every year, Alveus has an art auction where we auction off paintings that the animals have done. They're incredible artists. The marmosets use paintbrushes, the crows use sponges. It's freaking sick. We had the most successful art auction of all time in April of 2025 and raised $87,000 from auctioning off these paintings. 100% of the proceeds, of course, are going to Alveus Sanctuary. And also really fun and really cool that our viewers get like a piece of Alveus, you know, because we're not open to the public, but there are a lot of people that support Alveus so deeply, and to have like a, you know, something physical, I think is really, really cool. And so it means a lot that people are able to get that. Next up, April 25th, Georgie reveal. Not like revealing Georgie, you guys know what he looks like, but Georgie's new enclosure reveal. Lucas is incredible, as you all know. Lucas came in here as a new staff member, and he is a habitat specialist, and he also is super handy and does a bunch of construction with Dan, and he does animal care as well. But one of the first things that he did when he got to Alveus was rebuild Georgie's enclosure, and he made it gorgeous. It is so beautiful and so naturalistic. And we put Georgie in here and he loves it. And he's got water and he's got fish neighbors. The fish are named Chandler. He's just living the life, man. He's the luckiest freaking frog ever. And he deserves it because Georgie's the best. He's like first up in every collab ever. First animal I introduced, we put on the gloves and we walk in the collabs. I go, boop, doop, like in front of the camera. I'm like, Georgie! Anyway, he's very famous. May 7th, 2025, brand new chicken enclosure, also a Lucas project, incredible work. We built a chicken mansion, if you will. We have 3 chickens and they have the sickest chicken enclosure on the planet. They've got an indoor space where they have sand in there and perching for sleeping at night, and they go inside at night and they get closed in to keep them safe. A bunch of plants that they can forage through in their enclosure. They've got misters. It's awesome. And we have an interactive feature in the new chicken enclosure too, so I can teach people about food labels with pictures. And we want to include more interactive features in enclosures for collabs because I love that segment. I think it's so powerful. So May 12th, 2025. So Aquila got here in January and he had to meet Awa through a fence first. And so there was also like a bit of a quarantine period happening. So Aquila had to be on his own and Awa had to be on her own separately. May 12th, we introduced them for the first time. So we opened up the doors so that they could meet and it was magical. Their meeting was everything we could have dreamed of it being. They got along so well. They were so friendly. It was just like the dream introduction. And obviously you have to shout out our animal care staff for managing that so well. The management before the introduction is so important and they crushed it. Like they did perfect and they get along great and we had no fighting and no problems and it was just everything we could have dreamed of. June 16th, 2025, more new ambassadors, the tarantulas. So our friend who is an entomologist, Evan has a large collection of buggies. He's an entomologist and he loves them very much. And he was kind enough to leave us with Eva and Kiwi. Eva is a Mexican red rump tarantula and Kiwi is a Honduran curly hair tarantula. I was really excited to bring tarantulas in as ambassadors here because people are so afraid of spiders. But these are really beautiful spiders and I think that they have the ability to teach people a lot. So we made them really awesome enclosures. We introduced them on stream. It was all very exciting. And now we have 2 beautiful tarantula ambassadors to teach people about spiders. And I'm really stoked about that. I love bugs and I love spiders. This is when it got the craziest, okay? This is July 6th, 2025. Nobody saw this coming. First of all, let's start at the beginning. Everything was totally normal. And then it started raining. And then it kept raining. And then it kept raining. And we were like, this is a lot of rain. And then it kept raining. And then it started flooding. There was a flood. So we had these torrential rainstorms in Austin and flooding happened. Nobody expected the flooding to happen. It was really bad. And I wasn't staying on site when this happened, but the animals needed to get taken care of and like someone needed to make sure that the enclosures were intact and we weren't, animals weren't getting flooded out. And so I drove in and I could not drive to Alveus because the flooding had washed out roads and there were car accidents everywhere and it was so bad. I parked my car pretty far away and then I walked through the torrential rainstorm to get to Alveus. Actually, I walked halfway there and then this couple picked me up on the side of the road because it was pouring down rain and they felt bad. I got in the car, which is low-key crazy, but nothing bad happened. They just drove me the rest of the way, which was really nice, and dropped me off and I started vlogging immediately. So I started filming what was happening because I knew this was really bad and it was gonna cost a lot of money to repair. And we already have the most supportive community ever and everyone was really worried about the flooding and I wanted to show people what was going on. So I started filming and so I made a vlog out of the flooding and then I was streaming some of the repairs for the flooding so people could see what was happening, so people knew how to help us and knew that all the animals were safe and all the staff were safe, and that's the most important thing. Because I was streaming the flooding repairs and everyone knew about it, streamers started seeing it. First, Agent saw it. Agent saw that the flooding happened and he wanted to help immediately. My goat. He's the best ever. So he just wanted to help and he's like, I'll go out there. I'll get in the water. I'll help them repair everything. Like, so insanely nice. Like, I could never ask for something like that or expect anything like that from any of my friends, but so nice. And so Agent immediately offered to come out here. I was like, yes, what? Yes, of course. And so Agent came out here to help with the flooding. He brought Chris with him and they got in the water and they started helping us unclog culvert pipes to help the flood water go through and clear debris to help the floodwater pass through, and they were helping us with repairs, and all the while they were fundraising for Alveus to help us repair our road. We lost our entire road, our entrance road. And so they were fundraising the whole time too. And then people saw Agent helping and fundraising and they were like, I want to help. And so before we knew it, we had all these streamers come together in July and get in the water and help us rebuild from the floods and fundraise for us for the floods. And we raised so much money to help rebuild Alveus to even better than what it was before the floods. And what nonprofit on the planet can say after a natural disaster, they came out of it in even better shape than they were in before? And I have no words to describe how lucky we are and how grateful I am for those streamers that came out, for Agent for starting it all, and everyone that came out here and worked so hard and got their hands dirty and just helped us. And we were able to rebuild 2 new roads, our main access road and a service road. We're so lucky. I mean, we're just so lucky. Our animals are so lucky and we have the best community ever and the best friends ever. And it was really amazing, like a really heartwarming, incredible thing to see people come together after a natural disaster. So that was July of 2025. We had summer camp in August. Oh, actually, I'm wearing the Alveus summer camp merch, Camp Alveus, shout out. It's a 12-hour stream where we do camp activities and we fundraise for Alveus. It was a ton of fun this year, a lot of chaos, a lot of yelling.
That is not the game!
And a lot of bonding. Yeah, it was so much fun. I love summer camp and I love any excuse to be around my staff. September 4th, 2025, first Alveus adventure. I had this idea because Alveus, really actually this idea came from the flooding stuff because we get so much support at Alveus and we're so lucky. And I was like, there's so many conservation orgs out there that are not so lucky. How can we share the love? Like, how can we spread some of this luck and love with other organizations that are doing work that is just as important as what we're doing? And I was like, well, it's with our platforms. And so I wanted to do this series called Alveus Adventures, where we go visit other conservation organizations in the US. I can bring my staff with me too. And so they can become more well-rounded conservationists alongside me and come out there and learn and film and get on camera and really be a part of something big and really great for conservation. And so that was the idea for Alveus Adventures. It was a really big endeavor. I mean, it was 5 states in 5 months. I went on every single one of these trips. All of the videos were scripted out. We had to plan travel for our staff and accommodations, and they came with me and we filmed these videos. And I'm so proud of them. They came out really beautiful. Shout out to Chandler for editing those. They're on the Alveus YouTube channel, and if you haven't seen them, please go watch them. It meant a lot to me. And the organizations that I chose for Alveus Adventures mean a lot to me. I chose them for a reason. They're really great and near and dear to my heart, and they're organizations that I've loved for a long time. And it was really cool to show my staff those places and to highlight other conservation work that's important, that's being done. And we were able to fundraise for them too. And so, yeah, really proud of that. September 15th, 2025, another ambassador. So this one's crazy. Mr. Beast reaches out and is like, I'm filming this video. Mr. Beast saves 1,000 animals. Do you guys need any help? And I was like, yeah. Yeah. Mr. Beast and his team helped us to rescue Noli, whose full name is Nolan's mom. You may be wondering, why did you name her Nolan's mom, Maya? Well, I didn't name her. Jimmy did.
Can I name it?
Yeah.
Wait, why'd you say it like that?
Yeah, I trust you.
We should name this emu Nolan's mom. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jimmy and team helped us build Stompy and Noli's brand new enclosure. And then we were able to introduce them as well. And it was super special. Stompy and Noli got along great, pretty much off the rip. They love each other. Their enclosure's beautiful, and Noli has been great for collabs. She's gotten really brave and will take treats out of people's hands and is doing really awesome. So shout out to Noli. We love her very much, and her and Stompy are so different for being the same species, which is really funny to watch. She grew on all of us so fast. She's such a beautiful bird. And shout out again to Mr. Beast's team, because they didn't just come in and help us rescue Noli, they also donated $50,000 for us to build Beast Mountain down there for the wolves at Ari. So that's gonna be awesome, and we couldn't have done that without them. So They were really great. October 13th, 2025, Parrot Aviary reveal. We were able to expand the Parrot Aviary. We almost doubled the Parrot Aviary in size. So we decided to give the macaws their own side and the little parrots their own side. We added lots of cool new features. They have a self-operated rain shower. They have a bunch of new perching. They've got beautiful new inside spaces and way more room. And we're really proud of that enclosure. I think it came together really great and it looks really great. So very excited for the parrots and they love it. They're having a great time in there. October 19th, 2025, Cinema, TwitchCon 2025. Alveus had a panel and we made the biggest announcement of Alveus history. The Alveus Research and Recovery Institute. Alveus purchased the land next door. Now we went from 15 acres to 30 acres. So we are building an entirely new facility on the second 15 acres of Alveus called the Alveus Research and Recovery Institute, or ARI. And I made the announcement for it at TwitchCon, and it was one of the greatest moments of my life. The Alveus Research and Recovery Institute has two goals: species recovery and advancing conservation technology. So for species recovery, it means that we're going to start breeding endangered species at Alveus for reintroduction to the wild to actively contribute to wild populations. We are starting with the Mexican gray wolf and the red wolf, which is the craziest thing ever to say that we're actually doing that, because it's such dream conservation work, like work that I truly did not envision for Alveus for at least another like 10 or 15 years, let alone in the first 5 years of founding. And that's only because of you guys. Truly, like the only reason that we're able to do any of these things is because you guys have given us the platform and the ability to do it. So thank you for watching, and thank you for donating, and thank you for supporting Alveus through the years, because we wouldn't be here at all without you, and we wouldn't be able to build ARI without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We're gonna build a facility and we're gonna start breeding wolves, endangered wolves at Alveus for reintroduction in the wild. So incredible. And then we also want to help with advancing conservation technology. So think trackers to collect more data and to do more research on the wildlife that we're reintroducing, to help with management and make sure that they're doing well in the wild, and what can we be doing better and what can we be doing more of and what should we be doing less of to ensure their success as a species. So Alveus wants to get involved in that, and we're really excited about both of those things, species recovery and conservation technology. It's going to be awesome. October 22nd, 2025. Note, this was only 3 days after I made the announcement at TwitchCon. During the announcement, I launched part of the announcement at TwitchCon was announcing our capital campaign fundraiser for ARI, and that was the Pixel Project. And so the Pixel Project is a big mural made up of 10,000 pixels. And for every $100 donation, we would put your username on a pixel on this mural, and it's on our website. And then we're also going to blow it up and put it at ARI, like physically a mural on a wall, and all the usernames will be watermarked on top of the pixels. And it made this beautiful mural. And I was like, okay, this is 10,000 pixels, $100 a pixel. That's $1 million to raise to start funding the development of this facility. 3 days later, we hit 10,000 pixels. 3 days later, we raised $1 million in 3 days in 2025 for the Alveus Research and Recovery Institute. What? It was so, and I had to travel immediately after TwitchCon, and I did not expect to raise that in 3 days. I thought it was gonna take us like a year to raise $1 million. And even then I'd be like, oh my gosh, it only took us a year. I was not expecting it to go so fast, and it just did not stop after the TwitchCon announcement, to the point where like it happened and I was traveling and I had to go live from my Chromebook in my car in a parking lot. It was the most scuffed stream ever, but I had to be live when we hit $1 million, because that's crazy. And so it was, it was like one of the worst streams production wise that I've done, but the coolest thing ever. We raised $1 million in 3 days. Like, what? So insane. And then people also, by the way, after we raised $1 million in 3 days, people were like, oh my gosh, I didn't even get a chance to get a pixel. Could you do another mural? So we launched Pixel Project 2, and it is still up and running. So there's Pixel Project 2 is the same thing, 10,000 pixels. It's an entirely different mural, but it's the same thing. So it's 10,000 pixels, $100 donation unlocks your username on a pixel on that mural. And we're aiming to raise another $1 million, which I know is absolutely insane. It's gonna cost a lot of money to build out this facility and build out these enclosures, and we have a ways to go. but that is up and running. So if you want a pixel, you can get a pixel on Pixel Project 2, and I cannot believe that we're already doing a second mural. But there will be 2 murals up at Ari, and I'm really excited to see them, and they're really awesome, and you guys are really awesome, and it's just crazy. So October 27th, 2025, Ari property reveal. So I told you guys we purchased that property next door, and we're building the Alveus Research and Recovery Institute. So I took Stream out and I walked around and I showed the new property, and everyone's really excited and I'm really excited. It's a beautiful piece of land. Connor and Kayla are gonna be moving in at Ari, so they'll live on site at Ari, and really excited about that. November 3rd, 2025, new marmoset enclosure. So we were able to upgrade the marmoset enclosure. It looks beautiful. We made it more naturalistic. They have way more perching, way more stuff to do in there. There was paint that was put in there. It looks so good. The marms are just thriving, and it took a lot of work, and our staff did an incredible job building it. Dr. Julie came out, and she's a primatologist, and she's helped us with all things marmoset since she found us online, and she flew out to help us with that enclosure, and we're super lucky. She's really awesome, and she's a great friend of Alveus, and it was all very special, and I'm excited about that. November 16th, 2022, nominated League of Their Own. Me! And Best Stream Series, Alveus Collabs in the studio. That nomination meant a lot to me, the Alveus Collabs one. I'm really proud of that as a series, and I never really thought of it as a series, but it totally is. And collabs just keep getting better and better, and you know, we're learning and adding, and they've been really great, and it was really cool to see Alveus up on such a big platform. And then I was nominated for a League of Their Own, and that's a really incredible, meaningful category. I don't know, just huge. When I think of like League of Their Own, I think the first winner of League of Their Own was Germa. And so when I think of League of Their Own, I think of people like Germa. And so I'm like, whoa, like I'm nominated for that category. It's kind of crazy. I won. Spoiler. Crazy to think about. It's been a really wild handful of years here, and couldn't have done that without you guys. So thank you. November 22nd, 2025, not so much Alveus related, but that was South Africa with ADAPT. And it was conservation related. And so ADAPT and I went out there, and it was an incredible trip, and we saw so much South African wildlife, which is an absolute dream. And we also did it alongside a really awesome conservation organization, Shamwari. Stoked to have met them, and stoked to have fundraised so much for them throughout that trip. In so many ways, it was just such a perfect trip. The crew that we traveled with was perfect. The organization was perfect. The production was perfect. It was just beautiful. It was one of the best, I mean, it was easily some of the best streams I've ever done in my life, and you know, I couldn't be happier with how everything went. So South Africa was dope, and we are running it back next year, so looking forward to 2026 Nat Geo Part 2. December 6th, 2025, I won League of Their Own at Stream Rewards. I also co-hosted Stream Rewards. Shout out to Cutie Cinderella. It was really, really cool. I got to wear, you know, pretty dresses and host, and I've gotten really comfortable hosting and public speaking because I've been doing so much of it just in this past year. It was a lot of fun, and then winning the award obviously was like so cool. And I gave a little speech. I kind of blacked out giving the speech, and I didn't write it, but I did think about what I wanted to say the day before, and then I went up there and I think I said what I wanted to say.
This is so cool. Thank you guys so much. I don't know if a lot of you know this, but before I was a streamer, I was a zookeeper, and I was teaching kids about animals at schools and birthday parties and events and stuff like that, to like 20 kids at a time in this like corny safari outfit, you know? And doing that job, I was so fulfilled. It was so fulfilling. But now, because of all of you watching, and all of you in this room, all the creators that have uplifted me throughout my career, I am doing that same job just at this like unfathomable scale. And if thank you. If I thought that I was fulfilled then, I don't have words to explain how fulfilled I am now. So thank you so much. Thank you to my Alveus staff back home. Thank you to Cutie Cinderella for putting on this show. Thank you to the Alveus community online, my family, my friends, my incredible boyfriend. Thank you guys all so much for this. I promise I will keep trying to make you proud of this platform that you've given me. I will spend the rest of my life fighting for this planet and ensuring a better future for it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, and then December 8th through December 12th, we had 60 hours Foxes or Fire. That is the Stay Heartathon rebranded. So all the Alveus staff came together. We expanded the Fox enclosure to make it 8 times its original size. We gave them not 1 river, but 2 rivers. We gave them a waterfall, dens. We gave them new platforms. We gave them a giant pile of dirt and a newly renovated inside space. And it's just like, it's so cool. It's so cool to have the resources because of you guys to expand and improve our existing enclosures, and the lives of the animals that we have already rescued here, it just means the world. I'm really proud of that. Actually, small anecdote, I was just telling staff this morning at the staff meeting. I had my first collab in the new Fox Enclosure with Austin show, and we walked in, and normally when we go into the Fox Enclosure for previous collabs, Reed would start pacing because he was nervous because new people were in there, and then we'd have to leave because Reed was pacing and I didn't want to stress him out. This time we went into the enclosure, and because it's so big, Reed got kind of spooked because we got too close, and he just walked off, but he didn't pace because it's so big. So he just like walked off and went and stood somewhere else and was fine. And to give them the space to be able to escape interactions that they don't want to have in such a calm way, and to not have him have to pace, just is, we live for that here. In real time, like watching his quality of life improve and his welfare improve, and that's what we're here for. We also get to see them play in there and run at like full speed around and chase each other, and it's just so awesome to see, and it means everything to be able to give these animals the best quality of life possible. And because of you guys, we're able to just give them so much more than I ever thought we could. And so those are some lucky foxes, and we are some lucky people to have you guys. That was the end of the year. And now it's December 30th, 2025. I'm feeling like this was the biggest year in Alveus history. And I'm also feeling like every single year since I founded, it's been the biggest year in Alveus history. Alveus has grown exponentially every single year, year over year. I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's everything that it's not everything that I've ever dreamed of. It's way more than anything I've ever dreamed of. When I was a zookeeper back in college, I was like, I would love to have my own facility one day, you know, to try to do it right and do right by these animals and, you know, whatever. But even then I'm thinking like, I just want to have an acre or something where I'm rescuing some animals and like giving them a really great quality of life. I never expected it to be at the scale that Alveus is at. And our staff team has grown. By the time you're seeing this video, we'll be at 15 staff members. A few years ago, it was just me and Ella, you know, and now we're gonna be at 15. 15 is crazy. And somehow every single freaking one of them that we bring on the team is awesome and such an incredible addition to the team. I just feel so lucky in so many ways. And then our community has grown so much. Look at you guys, like look at all this. Look at all these people that are watching this video because they care about Alveus and want to see what we did. The people that are watching the live cams all the time, my gosh, dude, the viewership on the live cams has been so good, and it's just, everything is incredible. So thank you for the best year of Alveus history. Thank you for one of the best years of my life by far. I am eternally grateful for you guys, and there will never ever be enough words to describe how grateful I am and how I feel about my life and where it is and the lives of these animals and my team and what we're gonna be able to do. And don't think for a second that I've forgotten that I only have this platform because of you, and I intend on making you proud with it. I want to do, I rabidly, eagerly want to do as much with this platform that you've given me as possible. I am relentlessly driven to protect our planet, and it's not going anywhere. And I'll spend the rest of my life, I'll spend the rest of my career, obviously, and I will spend the rest of my life fighting for this planet and loving these animals and loving their wild counterparts and doing what I can and taking you guys along on the journey. And I just really appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Also, lastly, I know that this was not everything that happened in 2025. There was so much more that happened and so much more I'm grateful for. And there are so many creators that have supported Alveus that I am so grateful for. So thank you to all the creators who have helped uplift me and Alveus throughout 2025 and throughout my career as a whole. Couldn't do it without them either. So thank you. There is so much more that I didn't get to because this is all in one video, but we did our best to bullet some of the Alveus things, but there's a lot more. I wish I could talk about everything, but thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to all of you. That is all. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.